Lesson 1. How to restring your guitar properly. If you've got a brand new guitar, then you could probably come back to this video later when you either break a string or your strings are looking rusty, crusty, or dusty. Yeah? Now, if you don't change your strings, it's like trying to cut a chicken with a blunt knife. It's not nice. Or trying to write with a blunt pencil. It doesn't look nice or sound nice. It sounds something like this. Now that's an over-exaggeration, but it's not nice to play and your fingers will, just not slide about as nice as they could. So, how do you change strings? Firstly, there's 6 strings. In my case, there's 5 because I've snapped a string, but there's normally 6. And each string is connected to something called a tuning peg. And as you can see, there's 6 of these. So what you want to do, let's start with the first string. Find the first string, put your finger on it, and just slide your finger all the way up until you hit the tuning peg it's connected to. And once you've done that, play the string, just pluck it, and then turn the peg. Now I know if I go anti-clockwise, it's gonna make the string go up in pitch. So you want to make sure it's going lower down in pitch. Like that. Do that for all the strings. Again, put your finger on it, follow it up to which peg is connected to. The second string is connected to the second peg over here. And then play the string and make sure that you're lowering the pitch of it. I'll just skip this part or fast forward it for you guys. Of course, my string snapped. Anyways, this is why you want to change strings, because they can snap at any time. Now, if you've done them steps correctly, then your string should sound like this. Just really loose, where you can just pull them and move them about. The next step is to cut the strings. So you want to get some wire cutters. I've got this old rusty one that I can use to cut the strings. And just snip them off, man. You don't need them. Easy. Yeah, and then all you want to do is just take the remainder of your strings out from the top up here. Just unwind them and pull them out. And yeah, just put them in a safe place, or put it in a I don't know what you guys want to do with your strings, but do what you want with them. But essentially, just take them all out of the tuning pegs, like so. And as you can see, my guitar is pretty crusty and dusty. I'll fast forward this bit. Now, if your string snapped and you've got like a tiny piece stuck up here, then you can get your tweezers, don't know where I've left them, and just pull them out like so. So you don't have to like put your nails in there and just do all sorts to try and get it out. Cool. Now if you've got an acoustic guitar, you probably have these pins at the bottom. They can be white or black, what? They can be any color and they're quite difficult to pull out. So you can do it with your nails if you're really strong. But what I like to do is get my tweezers again and just pull them out. Like that. And you just want to do that for each pin. Put them on a table or somewhere next to you so you don't drop them on the floor and lose them. I'm assuming you didn't just cut off your strings and you've got some spare strings at hand. I used the Diodarios 12s to 53s. This is what you want to use for acoustic guitars. And these used to be £6, but inflation. Now in the pack you've got 6 strings. I've already opened the pack, but I messed up my first recording. At the bottom of each string is a color. I'll show you in a second, but they tell you, which string's which. The sixth the sixth string is the best one. It's the thickest string to the first string, which will have a silver ball at the bottom, which is the thinnest. It's like a little unboxing. My laptop's like, yo, what's this guy doing? I want to use my teeth for this, man. Cool, so in there there's 6 strings, and at the bottom of each string is a color. Like here you see the brass, that'll be the 6th string, and here the silver one would be, let's get that in focus. Focus. Don't think it's focusing. Oh my days. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, you see the silver. This is what you'll use for the finished string. Now, before I move on, I like to use these to clean my fretboard. These are Ernie Ball's fretboard wipes. And if your fretboard's really gunky and monkey with loads of, finger dirt and whatnot, then you can use these to clean your fretboard. Once you've done all of that, you want to get your 6th string and get the thicker part, not the string part, but the little thick bit at the end, and put it inside of the hole that's closest towards you. Don't put it in the one that's furthest away while you're playing, but the one that's closest towards you, just that end bit. And then you want to get your acoustic pin and make sure the string is going through the pin like this, inside of the valley, if that makes sense. So it looks something like that, and you're not jamming the pin in and the string's not even inside of the pin. So it'll look like this. I put it in, just up to the thick part, I get the pin, and I put it through and lock the pin in place. While you're doing that, just pull the string towards you so you aren't wasting any string length. Now all of this is the guitar neck, and the little wires going down the neck, these are called frets. So what you want to do now is pull your string up and make sure that the tuning peg here, the 6th one, the hole is facing towards the neck, it's parallel with the neck, right? The hole's not facing this way or slanted, but it's parallel with the neck. Once you've done that, put your string in the slot again and just feed it through that hole. Cool. Now remember I said these little wires going down the guitar, these are called frets. So what you want to do is get your thumb and your first finger, pinch the string at the nut, this part of the guitar, and pull it back 1 fret. Again, get 2 fingers, pinch the string in this area, and pull it back to the 1st fret. Right? Once you've done that, get the string at the end by the peg and bend it up. So it's like 90 degrees. And your string should have some slack like this. That's good. Once you've turned the string at a 90-degree angle at the tuning peg, what you want to do is just put it to the side like this towards you, let's say, and turn the peg anti-clockwise. Once the string is facing, let's say this way, get your first finger and put it on the string like so. And then keep turning it. You can put the string over like this. I think that helps. But make sure the string at the bottom, you're pulling it. The string that you're holding, you're pulling. And it goes underneath that loose string at the top here. So as you're turning the tuning peg, you're pulling the string that you're holding. Now, before you finish off turning again, it's all tight, you want to get your wire cutters and just cut off this excess piece here so that it's not hard to take off afterwards. Again, put your finger on the string and pull it. And just keep winding it anti-clockwise. It should look something like this. The reason I say anti-clockwise, you don't want your string on this side, if that makes sense, going clockwise. You want it on this side, inside of the head of the guitar. And once you hear, you know, a bit of sound from the string, you can stop and we'll move on to the next string. Next string, you want to do the same process. Get what the packet says the 5th string is, put it in the hole, up to the thickest part of the string, get your acoustic bridge pin and just put it on top. Press it down firmly so it's not going to move, and then find the 5th tuning peg, and that's going to be this one. So line it up with the middle, push it through the hole. Oh my. Make sure that the string is on the inside, not on this side, on the inside. Put it on the 5th slot, pull it back 1 foot, bend the string at the tuning peg, 90 degrees. That nearly hit me in the eye, man. And then turn it towards you. Put your finger on the string, hold it in place, and then turn it anti-clockwise again. Make sure the string goes under here, not over this part of the string, but underneath it. And then when this part of the string is facing towards you, get your wire cutters and just cut it off. I did not fart, that was my chair. Boom. And just keep turning that until you get it quite tense. So your strings should look like this now. And they're all going on the inside, not outside. When you finish the lower strings, they should look like this. We're going to do the same thing for the last 3 strings, but this time, because they're on the opposite side, you're going to tune them clockwise. Now, if all your tuners are on the same side, then you can tune them all the same way. But if you've got a guitar like this, and you've got 3 on one side, 3 on the other, do one side anti-clockwise, which is the side closest towards you, and the other side clockwise. I'll quickly add this in because this is a common mistake. The next string is not going to be this peg, it's going to be that one. So we start from here, 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 then go to this one next, then go backwards down. Cool, so once you've got all the strings down, it should look like this, and all that's left to do is tune the guitar. So we can do this 2 ways. We can use a phone app, or we can use a guitar tuner that you connect to your guitar, and I'll show you both methods so that This is a D'Addario Eclipse tuner. You can get it for 12 quid on Amazon, and it's a really good tuner, so I suggest getting this if you're starting out. To use a tuner, all you want to do is get the clip at the end, open it with a pinch, and put it at the end of your guitar like this, and just turn the head so you can see the screen. Then hold the power button, should do some glowy thing like that. And here's the fun part. Earlier on the packet of strings, you saw that it said E is the brass string, then you've got A, which was the red string, then G, then B, then E. All the strings had a name. Now on the tuner, you want to follow that order. The first string was called the E string, so if I pluck it, it's gonna say A sharp. Now you just want to turn it anti-clockwise because we're on this side, remember, until it says E. And just get it where it has that blue icon on the side. Don't know if you can see that. I'll like try and zoom in. Oh my days. You want it bang on in the middle. It should say 2 arrows like this so that you know it's in the middle. The next string was called A. Ooh. So you want to turn it anti-clockwise and play the string as you're turning it and wait for it to say A. And just wait till the arrow shows so you know it's bang on A. The next string was called D. So again, play the string, turn it until the tuner says D. The next string is called G, and remember, because we're on this side now, we're going to turn the tuners clockwise. Next string is called B. And last but not least, the E string. Now, because the strings are new, the tension's going to be a bit funny, so you might want to tune it all again a few times until all the strings stay in place, because if I play it now, it's going to sound alright but not the best, so I'll just tune it quickly. So once that's all tuned, all that's left to do is play it, and we'll get to that throughout the series. But yeah, I'll show you how to do it with a phone app now. This should work if you've got iOS or Android. You just go to your app store and type in guitar tuner. Tuner as in fish, haha. And you want to press on this one. Now, I've got it downloaded, but once you open it, it should look like this. If you press the letters or the tuning pegs, they'll make a sound telling you what the string should sound like. Now, as you're tuning your guitar, it should say something like tune up or tune down. That just means turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise to make it sound the same as the string you've pressed. An electric guitar is similar to an acoustic guitar. One of the differences is the fact that all of your tuners are all on one side. This means when you're tuning it, make sure you're doing each one anti-clockwise. Unless your tuners are on this side, then do it clockwise. But if it's similar to an acoustic where you've got 3 here and then 3 here, then anti-clockwise, then clockwise. So each string is on the inside of the head as opposed to coming out this way. Because I've seen some people do that. I just don't get it. Now, an acoustic guitar has acoustic pins down here. An electric guitar doesn't. So at the back, you've got this cap or cover that you can unscrew. Most of the time, you won't have to do that. But underneath here, you've got 6 holes. And in each of these holes, you put some strings in. and I'm going to show you what strings I use for my electric guitar. The strings I use are galley strings. They're good for the price. They give you an extra B and E string. Other bands don't do that. And they come straight from Italy, and who doesn't like Italy? You all like pizza and pasta? Anyways, as a beginner, you want to get nines. You go to a store and say, "Sir, can I get nines for my strings?" And they'll know what to give you. Now, nines are lighter. That means the strings are easier to press down and, play with. If you get heavier strings like 10s or 11s, they're gonna be harder on your fingers. So yeah, and galley strings look like this when you open them. They have separate little bags for each string, which is nicer, so it's not messy. And yeah, back to how to string an electric guitar. I was gonna cut off all my strings and show you guys how to do an electric guitar, but then I thought, bruv, I remember they gave me one spare string. So I'll do one string for you guys. You want to take the string out the back after you've like untuned it and whatnot, and just thread it through so it comes out the hole at the back. Then once you've got your spare string, get the tip of the string and put it through the empty hole. When you thread it through, it should come out on this side like that, and then just pull it all the way through. Boom. Now after that, do the same thing we did with the acoustic guitar. You just want to thread the string through, make sure that the hole's facing the neck, push the string through, and make sure all of it has come through. Once you've done that, pull it back one fret, and then bend up the string 90 degrees. Now after you've done that, turn the string and make sure that you're doing it anti-clockwise. Don't be a silly sausage like me. And yeah, that's how you restring an electric guitar, and you just do that for all the strings. Obviously start with the thickest string first and then do the rest. And obviously after that, get your tuner and make sure all the strings are in tune. That's how you tune an electric guitar, or restring I should say. And yeah, I hope you guys learnt a lot. Thank you for sticking with me till the end of this video. Well done. Just a quick one before I conclude this lesson. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you found this video helpful. Be sure to hit me up on socials because I like learning off other people. Unless you're weird, but I don't think you're weird. You might be, and that's okay, but still hit me up, man. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.